All right, ready to dive into some serious cultural diplomacy.
Let's do it.
You sent over this fascinating collection of articles about the Sawasdee Seoul Thai Festival 2024.
Oh, yeah, it's fascinating.
And this isn't just like your typical festival with some food stalls and music. This is next level stuff.
Definitely not your average festival.
So fill us in. What makes this Thai festival so unique?
Well, they're calling it the T-pop story, which is interesting in itself.
Okay, the T-pop story.
Yeah, and it's a really strategic move by Thailand, using this festival as like a stage for soft power.
Okay, so unpack that a little bit. When you say soft power, I feel like I should know what that means, but...
Yeah.
Could you break it down?
It's essentially about influence, but not through, force or anything like that, but through attraction.
Right.
So instead of, military strength, you're thinking culture, values, diplomacy. Thailand's really using this festival to kind of show off, in a good way, show off what makes them unique.
Right.
And they're hoping that by doing that, they'll foster some goodwill.
Right. Smart.
And maybe even influence some opinions along the way.
Exactly. And it's all happening during the 65th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Thailand and South Korea, which, talk about savvy timing.
They definitely know what they're doing.
This feels way bigger than your average cultural exchange.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a very strategic move to strengthen ties using this anniversary.
Yeah.
And they're going all out. We're talking over 50,000 attendees experiencing this Thai cultural explosion right in the heart of Seoul.
Wow.
The buzz is undeniable.
And from what I've been reading, a big part of that buzz is this T-pop focus. They've got 20 artists lined up. Seyania, Zamarie, DJ Botcash. These are some big names in the T-pop scene.
Huge names.
Huh.
Are they trying to create the next K-pop craze? Is that what's going on here?
It's smart. You can't deny the global popularity of K-pop.
Yeah.
And Thailand sees an opportunity here, The festival becomes a gateway to introducing T-pop to this massive new audience.
Totally.
And of course, they're hoping it'll spark that same level of interest, that fandom.
It's not just music, though. We're seeing everything from traditional dance to Muay Thai demonstrations. They've even got handicrafts, massage. They are really not holding back on showcasing the whole Thai experience here. Yeah, they want to really create an immersive, multi-sensory experience.
Right.
Think about it. You're walking through this festival.
Right.
The aromas of authentic Thai food are just hitting you from every angle. You're seeing all those vibrant costumes.
Yeah.
You're hearing the sounds of those traditional instruments. You might even be lucky enough to get a massage.
Right.
That's going to leave a much deeper impression than just reading about Thailand in some travel brochure.
Yeah, way more tempting than a brochure.
Oh, for sure.
Plus, did you hear they're holding a lucky draw for round-trip tickets to Thailand?
Oh, they're really going all in on that.
They are putting their money where their mouth is, literally.
They are not messing around. And just to really emphasize how serious they are, the governor of the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Thapanee Kiatphaibool, actually flew to Seoul for the occasion.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, big deal.
That is a big deal. Having someone of her stature present, that elevates the whole event. This isn't just some fun cultural festival. This is a full-on charm offensive.
Oh, it's a whole strategy. A strategic move to boost their image and their tourism.
Precisely. And it seems like it's working, too. I was reading that in the first 9 months of 2024 alone, over 1.6 million South Koreans visited Thailand.
Wow.
That makes them one of the largest groups of visitors to the country.
It's huge.
It's huge. But it's also interesting because it sounds like they're not just after sheer numbers. There's this recurring theme in the article is talking about meaningful travel experiences.
Yeah, meaningful travel.
What exactly does that even mean?
It seems to signal a shift from, just superficial tourism.
Right.
To something deeper, more of a cultural engagement.
Right, so it's not just about, snapping a selfie in front of a temple and then leaving. It's about...
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about, really connecting with the heart and soul of Thailand, understanding the people, their stories, their traditions.
So it's not just about seeing the sights, it's about understanding the significance behind them.
Absolutely. And they're doing this partly by promoting lesser-known regions, like Isan in northeastern Thailand.
Right.
Which, is rich in culture, very traditional, but often overlooked by tourists. Yeah, it's like a win-win. They get to, manage the tourists a little better, take some of the pressure off those overcrowded spots.
Right. Makes sense.
And visitors get a more authentic, experience, a little further off the beaten path.
It's smart. Instead of just replicating the same experience for every single tourist that shows up, they're diversifying what Thailand has to offer.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I am curious, with all this emphasis on T-pop, on these modern attractions,
Yeah.
do they run the risk of, I don't know, overshadowing those traditional aspects of Thai culture that they're also trying to promote?
It's a good question. Something to think about.
Yeah.
But from what I've been reading, Thailand is acutely aware of its heritage, its cultural heritage.
Right.
It's not like they're trying to reinvent themselves.
Okay.
They're just using these more modern elements as kind of a bridge.
A bridge.
Yeah, like a way to connect with a broader audience.
Yeah. So it's like a gateway, right? Introduce something familiar, something trendy like T-pop, and then use that to bring people in and say, oh, and by the way, check out all this other amazing stuff.
Exactly. It's all about, in today's world, cutting through the noise.
Totally.
You need that entry point. You get people intrigued, and then, you show them traditional dance, Muay Thai, those beautiful handicrafts, the stories behind them.
Right.
It's all very layered.
That makes a lot of sense. Speaking of layered, this whole sustainability thing seems to be woven into everything they're doing with this festival as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're not just talking the talk.
Yeah.
The articles are highlighting some very specific commitments to eco-friendly accommodations. They mention these partnerships with particular hotel chains that are really making an effort to minimize their environmental impact. They're also promoting a lot of local businesses and emphasizing, keeping those traditions alive, preserving those crafts.
So they're trying to make sure that this influx of tourists actually benefits the local community and the environment, not just big corporations, right?
Absolutely. It's about responsible tourism.
It feels like they're really trying to change the way people experience their country.
They want people to be mindful.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what today's traveler, especially younger generations,
Right.
that's what they're looking for. They care about these issues.
Yeah.
They want to know that the choices they're making are actually making a difference.
Totally. It's like they're saying, yeah, come for the amazing food, come for the T-pop concert.
Right.
But also know that you're contributing to something positive by being here.
That's a powerful message. It goes beyond just tourism.
Right.
It becomes about connection, understanding.
Okay, so the festival wraps up. Everyone's had their fill of amazing food, music, culture. What happens next?
Right.
How does Thailand keep this momentum going?
Well, for starters, they got to walk the walk.
What do you mean?
Well, they made this commitment to sustainable tourism.
Yeah.
They need to invest in the infrastructure to support that.
Right, because, you're bringing all these people over to these incredible places, like this region they're showcasing, Aizen.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to make sure that it's actually equipped to handle a bigger influx of tourists without, losing what...
Ladies and gentlemen,
It needs to be done. Sustainable tourism.
It's a long thing, sure, but it can't just be about, building hotels and roads, right? How do you go from festival buzz to must-visit destination? And not just, flash in the pan, but, for the long term.
Yeah, that's where that digital media power comes in.
Right.
Thailand needs to keep that momentum going, even after those festivals. So imagine this, you're scrolling through your feed, and boom, stunning pictures of Aizen. Those temples, those landscapes. First world tours of the villages, stories about crafts, how they're being revitalized.
Okay, now you're making me want to look at myself.
Right.
It's true, though, those images, those little glimpses of everyday life, that's the stuff that really sticks with you.
Exactly, and it can't feel forced, it's got to be authentic.
Right.
Thailand has to deliver on those meaningful travel experiences we always talk about. But part of the game is cooking classes. You can learn to make pad thai like a grandmother who's been perfecting her recipe for generations.
Oh, wow.
You can't get that at
ถ่าย
some
คลิปแดน
resort
ชาเลนจ์
buffet.
เต้นมวยไทยตามบัว
absolutely
ขาว
not. That's an
ก็โพสต์พร้อมติด
experience.
แฮช
That's
แท็ก
something I
มวยไทย
pay
แดน
for.
ชาเลนจ์
Exactly.
That's
ลุ้นรับรางวัลและ
connecting
สิทธิ
with
พิเศษ
culture,
มากมาย
Yeah.
not just the touristy stuff. But you know what else would be cool? Remember those T-pop stars they had at the festival?
Yeah.
What if those lucky draw winners got to, meet them at a meet and greet in Bangkok?
Oh, see, now that would get people talking online.
Right.
Keep that T-pop energy going. Maybe even some collaborations with K-pop artists, like a whole fusion concert,
Okay, yeah.
Bridge that gap between fans.
Yeah.
Keep that cultural exchange flowing.
See, you're getting me all excited about the possibilities now.
Lots of potential.
But at the end of the day, it all comes down to Thailand actually delivering on these promises.
Right. Absolutely.
They got to build that trust.
Trust is key.
So for our listener who's been on this deep dive with us, what's the main takeaway from this whole Sawasdee Seoul Thai Festival? What's the big picture here?
I think we're seeing soft power in action. This is what it looks like when a country leverages its culture. The music, the food, the traditions, their whole identity to build relationships around the world.
Right.
To shape those perceptions, to really carve out their place in the world.
It's a powerful thing.
It's subtle, but it's powerful. A different kind of diplomacy.
And they're doing it in a way that feels, it feels genuine.
Yeah, it feels real.
They're really pushing this sustainable, responsible tourism.
It's not just about getting people there.
It's about, like you said, changing how they experience the world once they get there.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
What other amazing cultural experiences are out there just waiting to be discovered?
Right.
What other soft power strategies are, even now, shaping how we see the world, maybe without us even realizing it?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with today. It's a good reminder that in our world, which is only getting more and more interconnected, right? Understanding each other, appreciating different cultures, that's more important now than ever.
Couldn't agree more.
So keep exploring, keep those deep dives coming, and we'll be here to unpack it all. Until next time.